Alright, what's going on, boys? It's your boy Advisor here, back for another cheeky little video. Well, essentially, as you guys know, I've been butterfly clicking for like the past 2-3 years. I've been butterfly clicking, that's my thing. I've been the butterfly clicker, that's what everybody knows me for. And all I keep seeing on Twitter is like, all the server owners. I've seen Master G Berry and Purple. So both said that CPS doesn't matter. So I've seen a few people from our community make videos on this, but they're like really non-informative, and they just it's just kind of them rambling on with no evidence. So I kind of wanted to make a video where there was like some hard evidence in like a controlled test to essentially just prove that CPS matters. Because dude, when I started clicking like 20 CPS, I became so much better at the game. And this is most likely the reason why Luna has a CPS cap. Even though I don't agree with it, I would say that CPS is definitely an advantage, but it definitely takes away skill gap. So, like, that's like a partial reason why I don't play Luna, is because I suck on it, bro. 20 CPS just doesn't really fucking work, and I've based my playstyle around the CPS advantage that I get. And for some reason, these server owners who have like devved servers for years still are like clueless to the fact that like CPS really does matter. So I have a few tests on MMC of me clicking all sorts of different CPS. I basically auto-clicked the CPSs just so it was like a really controlled test. Nothing would change. Obviously, if I was the one doing the clicking for every single one, then it would kind of make it an unfair test, because sometimes I'm going to be clicking different CPSs and it's just going to be like kind of unfair. So for example, if I wanted to click just at like 11 CPS, 10 CPS, and I like went to 12 on accident, I obviously can't control how high CPS I go, for example. So I decided to auto-click. I was using the Drip Light auto-clicker, so shout out to Drip. I'm going to run their pre-roll in a quick second. And also, really quickly before the video starts, I want to quickly drop a shout out to Club Client, who are also sponsoring this video. So if you want to go and visit Club Client, they're down in the description. They're basically doing rewards for like people who join, and if you like invite a bunch of people, you can get like rewards, you can get capes, ranks, just stuff like that. So you get like cosmetics and all that sort of stuff. So if you guys are interested, the Discord link will be down in the description, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, so essentially what I'm going to be showing you here is, I've basically put Game Freak like 5 or 6 blocks away from me. I'm going to be having him stand in the middle of a block. As you can see from my position at the back, I'm just basically going to be holding down my auto clicker from whatever CPS I choose to show. And I'm going to be running at Game Freak and showing how long it takes for me to get through his entity. I'm going to be explaining why this matters after I show the clips, but what you want to keep your eye on is that as I get higher CPS, it will take me longer to go through Game Freak's entity. And after, I will be basically explaining why it's an advantage that this is happening.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
Shawty got me down bad, got my mind tripping. Fuck it, I be feeling fine cause of how I'm living. Got this purple in my Sprite, got me thinking about my life. See that I'ma be without you when I'm rich, you fucking heist. Cause I'm fine without you, I be fucking fine.
Alright, so for all of you that weren't distracted by that absolutely banging song, which is coming out July 10th, by the way, all the links to that will be down in the description. Mark your calendars, boys. I made an absolute banger, come on. But essentially, as you could see in that clip, the higher CPS I had, the longer it took for me to get past the player and through the entity. So by the timer, it didn't actually look like there was too much of a difference, but when you're actually in trades, basically your sprint is like far more affected. That's why you see a lot of people using high CPS auto-clickers. It's because the higher your CPS is, essentially the more your sprint is going to like stunt and go back and forth, which essentially makes CPS a big advantage. Like literally, if you've ever watched any of my videos when I'm clicking like 20 CPS or any of the high CPS... Bro, the win. But yeah, if you've seen any of my videos where I'm clicking 20 CPS, or even sometimes even like I get to like 22, like around that CPS range, you can see that my sprint will like stunt a lot, will go back and forth, and my sprint will break. Usually I always refer to this as my like breaking sprint. I've always used this term because my sprint will always break when you click high CPS, and that's just the way it is in Minecraft. So me showing this evidence, I hope it cleared it up for some of you that CPS is definitely a big advantage. And I've also got a few more things to show from Dukes, who is the owner of MMC. He's the developer for MMC. And obviously, if you've played MMC, you'll know that like that is just like one of the best practice servers out right now. KB, hit detection. And Dukes has been working on like practice and like that side of Minecraft for like the past 5 years. So he's definitely got the knowledge within this field. So as you can see on screen, I'm going to be reading what Dukes sent to me about why CPS is a big advantage. So he said for every click that isn't a double click, your movement gets slowed down by 40%. This means you take 40% less knockback every time you click someone. It also means when you're comboing someone, it helps you stay in the range to keep a combo. So this essentially means that when you click faster, your KB is like much lower. It gets reduced. So the advantage of that would be is that when you're clicking much faster CPS, you can get like much less KB, and obviously some of you guys know that knockback is a really big part of the game, so lessening your KB would make it so that you don't get hit as far back, and that you can win chicken fights and then hopefully get a combo. The second part, which he said, is essentially the fact that when you're comboing someone, you can keep them in the combo. Now, in the test that I did show, and the one that I conducted with Game Freak, essentially shows that it takes a lot more time when you're clicking higher CPS to get through the entity. Now, you're probably thinking, like, why was this test even relevant? Now, essentially, when you're hitting someone going back and forth constantly, and you're just, like, chicken fighting, you hit him, he hits you, you're just going back and forth. Now, the fact that you're clicking a higher click speed basically means your sprint is breaking more. And the more your sprint breaks when you're in a chicken fight, the more range you can get on your opponent. Now, I hear a lot of people that are like, oh, is this guy butterfly clicking? And a lot of people complain about it. One person, obviously, that complains about it a lot is Stimpy. And he was the one which I was told by many people that got the Lunar CPS cap implemented. So, fuck you, Stimpy. And within my opinion, after butterfly clicking for like quite a long time and having that high CPS advantage, I would say that the main advantage of that would be the fact of winning trades. I have said it like quite a lot on streams and maybe in videos at some point, but when you click 20 CPS or you butterfly click, you will always win trade. And this is literally due to your sprint breaking. You will literally be able to hit your opponent and they're literally unable to hit you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed me preaching the MC knowledge in this video for the fellow mine men. But yeah, make sure to visit the links in the description about Club Client, Drip, and my new song that's coming out. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, hope you guys have a good one.